And we are live. Welcome to the 2020 University of Helotini Thayot's and Stami Magna Blue Quills virtual graduation. We welcome those of you that are home or in your vehicles or on your cell phones or on your laptops or computers. We welcome you to the UnBQ Grad 2020. We've had to do things a little different this year, but we welcome you, and we're going to start off here with the grand entry. Leading the grand entry is our elder, resident elder here at Blue Quills, Mr. Louis Lapatak, holding the Eagle staff. And our elders for this will be doing the invocation later on. Adlard Blackman and Moise Paul, followed by our staff, by our president, Sherry Chisholm, our chairperson, our Board of Governors, representing our Board of Governors, Pamela Quinn, representing the Masters in Indigenous Languages, Peggy Badger Galaju, representing the Literacy Program, Valerie Cardinal, and new to our program this year, we took over the reins from Sharon Steinhauer, the lead for the social work program, Shirley Hunter. Followed by Priscilla McGilvery. And the rest of the Blue Quills staff, Carol, Lena, our wonderful registrars, Corinne, librarian Sharon, new addition to our staff, Shannon. Representing the Early Childhood and Learning Program, our staff members. Instead of Naskumun may wapata makiska, Urtauno Yemigusia, Miguel, Pitagote Akota. Magan Mitati Nanigai, Igaskita, Uxnamawagan Agota Kaya, Magatiga, Tapatamuk, Igamusta Suta, Kachgasti Payawak, Big Squihawak, Astiminagakio, Uniganiwak, Waskamut, Pasca no Toads. Hey. Tene Katagnak Sanawagakio. Happy Peter Wismui. Hey. Insta. We are going to start off the UnBQ 2020 virtual grad by having two of our elders open up with the invocation. We're honoring our two language groups here at the seven nations, the majority being the Nihio language of Beaver Lake, Heart Lake, Goodfish Lake, sometimes called Whitefish, Sad Lake, Kehuan, Frog Lake, but also honoring our Dene Sutina Nation of Coal Lake. Thus, we have a big long title in our university title, honoring our ancestors and honoring those that came before us, honoring the language. Thus, we call ourselves University in Helotini, Thayotz, and Stami Maganag, Blue Quills. Those two Dene words, the Dene word and the Cree Nihio word, are used. So we're honored to have these two guests, Adlard Blackman and Moise Paul, to do our invocation for us this afternoon. Say a prayer? Don't amigo mine.
Aftama katam skat no kakio snowmog anak snowmog kakio. I'd like just like to say a very good afternoon, students and teachers and all the workers, helpers. Amaga, in my own language, I'll say a prayer for you. Kaki samustamat no. Kakio pasagog, stand up. Pasagog kakio. Mama tayo. Habits na nasa kumototin, ksewatsu, skagiskag. Tapwe, ksewata, ksewatsu. Tuin gyon, kabiswapa tamatatugisko. Mismio nagwa. Tuin gyon, mama tayo ma. Nanaskum. Hamage okin tatamad. Kaya ipitas katutaman, kapin tatamatan. Okay, snowmoagan anos. Hindi, ito nagkakapos kagong magsnamatun. Maga, tagay ka puno tamog. Kaya magawi ito tako tawad. Ikisita sa snamatun ako. Ito na kamamiyon kayo. Mina, tapong kanawin ko sikiyo, kapayasas ka na mo sikiyo, kapong kanawin ko sikiyo. Magan kagis mo tatawan na, tugis ako, kagisukat. Eko ni kawin mo kawin mo sa wagay, anos, kiyotan niya. Hamag sinabi kayo, gagis mo tatin sa atsun. Kung kakanawin mo, kinawagan, kawin mo sa wagay, siguro, kiyotan niya. Kapag ganawin mo, kapag mamiyon kayo, kamiyon ipins, kaya iso ko tawis. Exo may ba ito, anos ka ta. Kapag kakoy, ata kakoy motoni ko, snamawagan. Nagagi ko tanis monotomok. Nagagi ko pastata. May ton. Hey.
Wishing all the graduates a big congratulations to every one of you. And here to say a prayer for your success in your journey in life. Daria Nuketa Zilda Hunjas or you, nuketan sil to hundaria, nutsauni, nutulo nezu haja, nuba nezu ha to hundaria, se ne se to hun, no huithni daria, masi, ahu.
Marcy Cho, hi. Last one, hi. Thank you so much, elders. Thank you. We had this afternoon, just before the grad, we had Moise Paul lift the pipe and bless the feathers that we're going to be distributing to our students in some fashion, whether it be through us handing them out or them coming to pick them up here, or us delivering them by nook or crook or by any fashion. But as you can see, we welcome you, those are at home. Things are a little different this year compared to last year and the years before. And as if we were able to pan around, if we saw at the grand entry, seats are spaced about a hockey stick apart from each other. So we are being mindful and being socially distant. And again, we'd like to thank our elders here that opened with invocation. It's always good to start with prayer. Yuwanma, ipetsama, nihiwatsu. We follow that way, that cultural way here at Blue Quills, and I'm always honored when our elders lead that way, and we're always remembered to open in such fashion. But this being our 50th anniversary, there's a lot of good things we want to do despite COVID-19. And to do that, we'll start off with our welcoming remarks from our president, Sherry Chisholm.
Igan, dan ask mo mam tao sa notes mama yung kisagake. Idlarote, kita tam skat na kakyo. Miwe tene wa pamtagok. I miss you, students. We all miss you. And as Wayne said, it's very different here today at University no Khalot in Etayat and Nistme Maganak Blue Quills. But we are a resilient people. We find a way. And that's how Blue Quills has survived for 50 years. And I thank you for being a part of that. I also give thanks to our elder who lifted a pipe this morning to bless the eagle feathers, which will be presented to our graduates. And as Wayne said, we'll find a way to make that happen. And we're reminded by our elders to take good care of these gifts from the eagle. They're sacred. We're reminded to smudge them, to ask them for help whenever we're struggling, and to give thanks. So the first order of business, of course, is congratulations to our graduates. When you started your program, the sound of class of 2020 probably sounded pretty good. It's a nice number. And then, of course, things went sideways. So we went online with classes, and I really want to acknowledge the effort that it took our staff and our students to make that adjustment, and thank you and congratulate you for doing that. And here we are live streaming graduation. I know that you'd rather be here, we'd rather have you here, but we must also respect safety. It's a first priority, and we want you to have long and healthy and prosperous lives, and especially to be respectful of those in our families that are most vulnerable. So we keep our distance. But perhaps this has also invited us to reflect on what's most important in our lives. It's given us that time to think about our relationships, and also to be proactive about our health, to take that responsibility, that gift that Creator has given us to know how to be healthy, to live in a good way, and to feed our bodies good things, and to trust our medicines. But I want to make sure that you're acknowledged for all of the hard work and the struggles that you've experienced on this journey, and the triumphs that you've achieved, especially the challenge in this last 3.5 months. Also acknowledge you're not on this journey alone. Your friends, your families, your mentors who supported you along the way, and we give thanks to all of them for helping you out. As Wayne mentioned, this is a special grad. It was about 50 years ago, at this time of year, that our ancestors occupied this gymnasium. and made demands from the church and the government to take over the operation of this school. And in those 50 years, we've grown. From offering elementary programs at the beginning, expanding into a high school, brokering post-secondary programs from other institutions, and then developing our own programs in the last 20 years or so. And we're now, I believe, the only Indigenous-owned and governed institution that has graduate programs. So we hope we'll see you back for those. In those 50 years, through the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, we finally heard a public telling of the stories and atrocities that happened in schools like this and others. Today, we celebrate our resilience and our ancestors' vision to turn this into a place of learning and healing that welcomes students from all cultures in a unique learning environment supported by ceremony and Indigenous teaching practices. In these 50 years, the United Nations Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People confirmed our rights to education and language, which we must continue to uphold. And so our ancestors who dreamed blue quills inspire us. They remind us that we can and we must do this for our people, for our future generations, for our ancestors who gifted us with these ceremonies and knowledges and languages that sustain us. As we celebrate 50 years of resilience and success, let's know that in another 50 years, even more great things will happen. I thank all of the students who choose blue quills, because without you, there is no blue quills. I thank all of the staff who have worked very hard to shift gears and still have a graduation celebration for our students. So to our students, congratulations. Akamemuk, dream big dreams, do great things, make a difference in this world. Hai hai.
Hi, thank you, Sherry. And just as Sherry was speaking, I was thinking of those powerful words that are echoed by Jonas Cardinal back when the sit-in happened here in 1970. Myself, I'm getting knowledge about the actual takeover in my study of when I was doing actual podcasting about our school here at Blue Quills. And I'm finding out that, the name of our school, Blue Quills here, is quite unique. It honors both our languages, both our language groups here at the Seven Nations. But also those powerful words that Jonas echoed here 50 years ago when there was dissension and wrangling happening amongst those that were sitting in. And he said, those of you that are in grade 12, stand up. And I don't think anybody stood up at the time, maybe one or two people. And as you went through the lower grades, as you got to about grade 6, finally more people stood up. And he said those powerful words, can we do any worse? And now 50 years later, we're graduating people with master's degrees, certificates, diplomas, graduate and undergraduate programs, and as well doctoral programs. So those words are really resonating 50 years later. So thankful for that. Moving on in the program, we're going to invite our Board of Governor, our chairperson, Pamela Quinn from Onitshigaswapun, to come say a few words. Pamela.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Creator for this beautiful day that we are blessed and gifted with, and the beautiful rainbows that have been displaying their gloriousness over the last few days of the rain and the thunder. And I'd like to thank the elders for their prayers for us today, for our staff carrier, for and our drummer to bring us into ceremony today, and for opening up the graduation. Good afternoon. Many know me as Pamela Quinn. Onitsix Kaponin, Otinia. And that's where I live. I've grown up all my life. Currently, I sit on the council for the nation. I'm also the chairperson for the University Nuhelot Ine Dayotsin Nistamei Maganak Blue Quills. I'm also very proud to say that I have received most of my formal post-secondary education from Blue Quills. I started off here, I was 18 years old. It took me many years. I finally received my Bachelor of General Studies, and that was probably my toughest degree to receive. 18 years old, I had a lot of baggage coming in from my youth, and I didn't have a lot of discipline for Western education. It was tough. I'd like to also give this thanks to the staff who really encouraged and forgave me for my late assignments, for my phone calls, and everything. They gave such a tremendous support. I also received an education degree from the ATAP that they brought in, and it was also an amazing experience. Thankfully, I was able to pass all my classes and get my degree in the time I was supposed to. It always takes me long to finish something. So, graduates of 2020, you've achieved what no other students have achieved. You've obtained degrees, diplomas, certificates through this pandemic. It's a challenge. You had to go online learning with some of your children in the background, wanting to be fed, wanting their attention. Tough for parents and students, even if you didn't have any children. Online learning is tough. Communication. Sometimes we're very tough with communication. That had to increase to obtain your degree, your certificate, your achievement. Plus keeping your family safe. Keeping your family safe, and also getting the many triggers that we've had throughout our lifetime. Being at home. If some of us lived on a reserve, having to get access to come back in and out sometimes, almost reminded me, it triggered me back to the past system. But we had to overcome that also. And everyday resiliency, just by being you. The mental illnesses that, for me, I'm just going to say personally that I had to endure. It was tough. Depression. Plus, you're taking on your family and community, and it's amazing. You've achieved such a challenge. I really like the theme today. You have honor the past, live in the present, and envision the future. In this day and age, our future might look totally different. We're taking new steps forward. How are you going to take those steps? How are you going to live your life now? What is your reality going to be? So your success will be defined as who you are. I'd like to thank the organizers of the event, the technological world. I'd like to thank the staff. I'd like to thank our ancestors who sat here for us so we can be here today. Hi, Anaskaman.
Thank you so much, Pamela. As I mentioned earlier, we have our 7 owning nations, 7 governing and owning nations here. So I'm going to name them from north, west, and make my way east. Hopefully I follow the right order. Heart Lake to the northwest, coming down, Beaver Lake to the south, Goodfish Lake, further south, Saddle Lake, eastward, Cahuan, and I think it might be a tie, or I think it's Frog Lake, Coal Lake. Am I right in that order? Quaiste? Yes, okay, good. So just, we're going to have representatives from our 7 owning nations, and they're going to be addressing us on the screen. So I forgot to mention, these people also make it happen to us. We can't pan the camera on them, but to Ben White and to Anne Blauer, who have been working diligently and hard and setting up and testing and doing some run-throughs. We commend you, so I'll give you a hand clap. Thank you for making it possible. Hi. So without further ado, I'm going to turn the virtuality over to you all.
Awas imi na nanas kama gutawi no. Nanas kaman anuts mi kisagak to winska. Nanas kamao imad sini migosi. Asemi na tamskat no kakyo. Haunista. I just give thanks for today. I give thanks to the Creator for allowing me to get up and for the life that He has given me. I shake hands with each and every one of you. My name is Chief Greg Deshley from the Frog Lake Cree Nation. On behalf of our tribe, our education department, the chief and council, and also being one of the members of Blue Quills, we want to lift you up and say congratulations to the grads of 2020. You did an awesome job in persevering to get through the challenges that you have overcome over the years to get where you are. Hold your head up. We are very proud of each and every one of you. We send our love, our thanks, and all the good things. We lift you up today because it is your day. And I want to say that while you are with us here today. We think of our old people who persevered to get us to today. Through the hard times where they were hungry, where the times that they slept on the ground, where the times they were cold, we need to think about them and thank them for getting us to today. Live off the land, use your ceremonies, smudge, show your children the way, pray, make offerings. Don't stop there, keep going. You got to have faith. There's many denominations, but what was left for us is Nehio Mistiguin, our way of life. So with that, from the Frog Lake Cree Nation, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We send you a blessing. The sky's the limit. Dream big and don't stop there. We send our love and light once again on behalf of the Frog Lake leadership, chief and council, our education. We want to thank you, the grads of 2020, and a special thank you to the Blue Quills educators, the governing body, and the elders committee as well. We thank you. With that, hi, nanas kamao, asemi na.
Dasin Tutente. I'm Chief Eric Shirt from Saddle Lake, and I want to send greetings and congratulations to all the graduates of Blue Quills. We are going through a unique time in our history with this COVID, and I know this has impacted you, and it has been a struggle from being with your fellow students to studying online alone. However, we have always been survivors and resilient, and I'm proud that you have triumphed through all these difficulties and have made it to your graduation. Saddle Lake is proud to have supported our members on their educational journey. We must remember our ancestors, those who have come before us and paved the way so that we could make this journey. We honor the Board of Governors, we honor the Senate of Blue Coats, and we acknowledge the hard work of all the staff who made it possible for our students to gain their education. If you're continuing to further your studies, I wish you every success. We recognize those who have graduated will now start making a contribution to their nations and communities as employees and leaders. As graduates, you are role models for the younger generation who will have witnessed your success in your educational journey and will now follow in your path. So, nanas kumanong kia kape tuskata negoma. Inque sen me tutame, inque sen sino che mantene mai lo che tantisane suichai lo che se suichi su ekmina. E waya nami china e wa kakyo ni skapirino okmina haya. Na skumgo. Hey.
Hey Métis grads, you did it! Congratulations! I just know you're going to go on to do such amazing things. As an RLI alumni, I just want to send a heartfelt congratulations to you for this huge accomplishment. All the very best as you move on to this next stage of your life. Congrats!
Hi everyone, I'm Sharon Sawchuk, the Director of Métis Training to Employment at Rupert Institute. On behalf of all the staff at Métis Training to Employment, we wish you congratulations on your graduation and all the best in the future.
On behalf of the Métis Education Foundation, I want to congratulate all Rupert Institute funded Métis scholars on your graduation. Your hard work, commitment, and dedication have paid off.
Tanshe, I'm Billy Jo Grant, and I work on Rupert Institute's education team. We are so very proud of your accomplishments and know you will do great things with your education. Find your passion and create a world that you want to live in. You got this.
Hello, bonjour, Tanshe. My name is Jerome Chabot. I'm a Métis educator and also a Rupert alumni. Rupert Institute actually helped to fund my last year of my education degree. I'm here to say congratulations to all the graduates, and I wish you nothing but success in your future career. I also hope and pray that you continue to share your Métis identity, your Métis culture with wherever you go in your workplaces in the future. And if something that you're not totally familiar with, I encourage you to dive deep into your Métis heritage and your Métis culture and just know who you are and share that with the world. Continue to be Métis proud and Métis strong. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Lisa Cruikshank, and I am the Director of Métis Education and Lifelong Learning here at Rupert Institute. Today, we'd like to say a very special congratulations to all our 2020 graduates, especially our Métis students. We want you to know that your Métis community stands behind you and supports you. You come from a long line of strong, resilient people, and we wish you nothing but the best for your future. We are all stronger together. Have a great day celebrating.
Hi, thank you very much. Puni tamo ego mai, iwan gisk selma na. Tamam skoma gig, wa kumagan wak. Pito sano. Uti pim sogmana pagam. Sigatsu. So forgive me. I tend to forget some of our relatives, our Métis brothers and sisters who come from the 4 settlements in our area. And I'm going to go again west to east, Buffalo Lake, Kikino, Fishing Lake, and Elizabeth. So Forgive me for forgetting to mention our people, our brothers and sisters in that area. 50 years when Blue Quills Indian Residential School was renamed Blue Quills Native Education Council. It was then that our programs turned to elementary and high school programming. And through that program, our institution started graduating people out of high school. And the first cohort, I believe, graduated in 1976, if memory serves me correct. And in our hallway, as you enter the building here, going up to the registrar's office on the main floor, they'd have pictures of our graduates from years past. And one of those graduates that came and graduated here in 1976 just recently graduated in the Masters in Indigenous Languages program. And at this time, we would like to honor her. Our student is Darlene Cardinal. She was the first graduate from 1976, graduate grade 12, and now she's done the Masters in Indigenous Languages.
Hi, Darlene. And I want to share just a little bit about Darlene's journey. To what I understand, and we're honoring her because this is our 50th anniversary, and she represents the journey of Blue Quills. She was here for grades 1, 2, and 3 when it was an Indian residential school before the takeover. She came back after the takeover and was in that first class of high school students and graduated in 1976. But she did more than that. She came back again, and she graduated with a Management Studies diploma from Grant McEwen Community College in 1991. And she came back again, and she got her Bachelor of General Studies degree from Athabasca University in 2002. And she came back again, and she got her Master of Arts degree in Indigenous Languages in the class of 2020. And so on behalf of UnBQ, the staff, the Board of Governors, the Senate, everybody, all your student colleagues, understand we have a little gift for you, and I just want to show everybody. Can we zoom in on that? It says UnBQ recognizes you as a graduate of the first graduating class at Blue Quills High School in 1976 and acknowledges your achievement in graduating from UnBQ with a master's degree in Indigenous Languages in 2020. Congratulations, Darlene, on the perseverance and the determination that you have demonstrated in your educational journey. And I'm reminded of the words of the elders of Island Lake in Manitoba who said, "You have inside of you that which will carry you." And you have shown us that. And you will stand as a role model for generations of students yet to come. Akamemo.
Danse, kahju. Iya, miga nu tena naskuma, utawino, that kiska, emigoya. Na, nun, mustahe bevice, that kiska. I thank the Creator for today and every day that He helps us in every way possible. I will speak about my journey here at Blue Quills. I attended residential school for 6 years, from grades 1 to 4, and then grade 10 to 12. I graduated with first high school class in 1976. And from that class, I'm the first one to accomplish my goal of a master's degree for Indigenous language. It was a tough journey, and I learned a lot of things along the way. From high school, I didn't attend school here for a long time. But back in 1988, I came back to do my USEP, and I finished that. I went on to do my management studies diploma. I finished that. And I came back to do my university. I received my Bachelor of General Studies in 2002. So I came back in 2014. I did not succeed, for I had many things to go through. So in 2017-18, I decided to come back for my master's. And I accomplished it. Along the way, though, during all those years, I thank my children, my grandchildren, for being there to support me in spirit and with their love. And there are so many others that I appreciate and I thank. The professors who are awesome. When dealing with stuff at home and doing the homework, it was tough. The thing is, I just went through the daily thing just to get to school. If I had to hitchhike, fine. As long as I made it to school, as long as I got here and listened and learned. And all the support staff, like the librarian and Peggy and Corinne, and especially Ross and Pat and Marilyn. I really appreciate their support. It was a really struggling journey. The thing is, get to school. Throughout the years, I'm 61 years old. And for me to set an example and to change my own legacy around comes from my spirit, my heart, and my mind. To keep going, not to give up. I almost gave up a few times. I just couldn't though, because I wanted to do something with my life. And for me to teach my grandchildren, we had the first language camp here ever, and we had between 10 to 12 children, and it was successful. Even that is making history here at Blue Quills. Graduating with first class in 76 is making history. And to graduate now from that first high school class is a real honor. It's a real honor. And to stay humble is so important. To strive for what you believe in yourself and with the help of the Creator. To stay strong. I also want to thank my companion who has helped me, like bringing me to school, making sure I have lunch, and my mom for talking to me, and my sister and my daughter when I was hungry. They bring me food, and I appreciate and I thank all those who have been there for me during this journey. For I want to make a difference in people's lives. I've done security work for 30 years, and it's a blessing. People are a blessing because deep down, we're all human beings. We all have spirit, and we all have choices and gifts to share with each other. So I thank everybody from Blue Cross. And it feels like home. I did a lot of growing up here. And I congratulate the other graduates. It's a good feeling. And with that, I thank you, and you have an awesome day. Hi.
Thank you, Darlene. It was about 10 years ago. Excuse me. I came back home to my home community from Edmonton, and I was looking for a master's program in a language. And I found a U of R, looked for a place where Nihiyoyo was the primary component of delivery. But there was nothing. It was unless me moving to probably Vancouver or Victoria and taking a master's there. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to stay home. I wanted to stay in my lands. And I remember Darlene being in that first cohort that was made available for a master's. She didn't finish, but this shows her resiliency. She came back. And when I came back here last year, when I came back to Blue Quills, she was one of the first persons that I saw. She was security at the gate. I told her, she said, he peeks down box. I said, what are you doing here? And she said, I'm coming to school here, and I'm also working security details during a culture camp. So it was good to see her, and it was good to know that she was finishing, and she's finished this year. So naskumau. So as we go on further in our program here, we're going to do some student addresses. Some students will be giving their speeches. We're going to ask Joanne Hardy, and are we running it all together? Or okay, Joni Hardy, Morris McKay, and Irene Charlin will be our student addresses.
Tanse, relax komitna upmatse mino hitsuinu inatse. Mistam, nevi nalas kumagek, ugiskino magiak, kagiskino magwagok, umagagip migiskino magoriak. Nisuaskiagip minosita umagiskino magi. Agumaga, asitrete nalas kumagek, nitigiskino maganak. Agena giskena misana, Koeskegi peutsu otto temmiek, Westminegi tuttavia Jugian kitaskiok. Ego tautse, mutta ne muuskin äskaagun, mineni tamuin, en on asku mittavuk. Kaiken ouko eske juttu temmiek. Omaga, mutta ne teivotse, ei on askumak. Kaiken niin suomait, ja kesken omaga jään, mutta kaikki Alberta. Ego Director of Education, Greg Halcrow. Asitsimina, Nivigimagan, mina nyt saasimisak, kagipe sitoskaitsek, minagipe nagiskaitsek, ja jagita punitaan. Mise tangipaget enemmän, magangi sigi innevuk, kita jagita paget sijaan. Mise tangiaan meniten, et muu teoan 15 hours, et mun panjaan. Mun omaga, kiut sijaan. Nimen eniten jopattamaan kitaskio mina te asiskiramaga ja võtetna naskumagik Maryland nimessegi tagumak mina Louis lapatag intsiomegi tagumit ja võtotse kina naskumit naa kueskegi peissu muuta asiek kuesminisigan opmeeg kagenaidagan egi menupanik. Teine anema oma agusin gap magutteet. Maaga mõnegi juutse pagitsino. Ego se tapa generasku mitna nistomaga kaskita agi postastot nea June 25. Tapa lesa nimeneniten teigotse. Ego se mina Niigimagan mina nyt saasimisak naan täispiiga kegiugat naan itaskiva. Ego se thank you very much kina naskumit now.
Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well. My name is Joni Hardy, and I just recently finished my second year of my social work diploma. I just want to start by saying congrats to everybody that graduated this year. We did it. It's such an exciting time, and especially to my cohort. All my peers that I met last year and how we all finished together. It's been a really long and sometimes not so easy journey, but we did it. You guys, we're done. We are social workers and we should really be proud of that. So I was asked to speak today on behalf of my cohort and on behalf of myself and my own learning journey at Blue Quills. And so I came into Blue Quills last year as a non-Indigenous student, not knowing much about the Indigenous culture, pretty much nothing. And you know what the changes that have happened to me in the past 2 years have been absolutely amazing. And it is because of the teachings that I've gotten over the past 2 years and the teachings that came from all our amazing instructors at Blue Quills, you know, Priscilla, Carol, Shirley, Derek, and Sharon. I hope I'm not forgetting anyone. If I am, I'm sorry, but you all meant so much to me. And I know to our entire cohort, your teachings and your wisdom have helped us all in our own way to find our fire, our passion. And, you know, I'm very thankful for that. I know that my learning journey has been academically, but also very, very beneficial for my personal life. I've never felt better in my life. The teachings that I've got have helped me to become the best version of myself that I could ever hope to be. And all this is thanks to all the amazing teachings, and you guys have helped us find ourselves, and it's just amazing. It's hard to put into words, but I'm very, very thankful for everything that I've learned over the past 2 years. This program has changed me, and it's taught me to be the social worker that I want to be. And I'm so happy to say that I really feel like I'm on my way. I found, a fire in me that I didn't know was there. Becoming an ally for me is something that's extremely important, and I am working towards that. And I just want to say thank you to everyone. And I want to say thank you to my peers, to my teachers, and to Blue Quills for all the amazing teachings and adventures over the past 2 years. It's been amazing. And I really hope to come back and do my bachelor's soon. Thanks, everyone. Happy grad day. Yay!
Zoom. Jesse Irene Charlene Hushe Tuchok Twit in the Nene Mansi John Dene Hesias tree. No head. Tant Unai very Dene Yatred Ayas tree the Salot in a head Astane on a 10 Time leg Astane head they graduated. Cool the Sonata Marcinus and the teachers Victor, Jesse, Josh, and most of all, Uncle John, Edeni syllabics. Syllabics. Et dwellant une lekolo on selu hudi yasim. Asu Marcinus. On est un coin very tare nene si nu very in nahet it has nahe veru cloto de la de nahet on zoom actiones say a tre residential school go to home the next joe unquivocally ko three Kulu Niya Kulu Ashulasin. So Une ten quem Ashunasta Mason the say Kuyas. I see the Nesung Sinek Adoriana Heja to whom the bit is me. Mason says Anya Nesu. Se cuidane, se cuidone ten ha, ne zoom. Kuhorelio, such say, salot in a true. No, I hate there. No, new your name, then a zoom sina. I found the Nessun a dietary. Young screen what as it 8 years of massive chalk. Massive. Okay.
Hi, thank you so much, students. That's what I love about Blue Quills. We have diversity here. We welcome students that are non-Indigenous, and as you heard, 2 different languages. We welcome that diversity, and I hope we will continue to do that in our future progress as a First Nations institution. At this time, we're going to be presenting some of the awards to some of our students, and I will be reading out the names. So the first person on our list receiving the Leadership and Management Award, Nicole Galaju.
It's real, it's right here, you'll get it.
You'll get it. Leadership and Management Award to Terilyn Youngchief. Got to get some used to it. We're used to people coming, walking, and shaking hands, hugging, maybe kissing. But them leaving the stage and waiting, but it's going so fast, getting used to it. Leadership and Management Award to Caroline Martin. In the first year for the Cree Language Certificate Award to Kiera Shirt. Now there was a tie for the Cree Language Diploma Award, one going to David Shirt. The second award going to Betty Ann Moses. Completing the Bachelor of Arts in Cree Language Award goes to Lisa Richards. And this next fellow we have here, but he's not on stage, the Masters in Indigenous Languages Award, Louis Lapatak. One that we'll have to possibly send someone to also deliver his feather. You saw him on screen earlier. He was speaking his language 15 hours away. Masters in Indigenous Language Award to Morris McKay. In the Year 1 Diploma of Social Work Award, going to Shelley Hunter. In Year 2 Diploma of Social Work Award, going to Naomi Eagletail. Indigenous Bachelor of Social Work Award, going to Charlene Amahus. The Early Childhood Development Award Level 2 goes to Veronica Cardinal. Settle down. The Early Childhood Development Level 3 Award goes to Cheyenne Meenan. And the University Transfer Award going to Brooke Steinhauer. The second University Transfer Award going to Billy Joe Jackson. Yeah, Jackson's go. And this one is a special award we give. It's the Mike Steinhauer Award, and it is going to Louis Lapatak. The second Mike Steinhauer Award goes to Naomi Eagletail. And our special award goes to Darlene Cardinal. And there's also a monetary award that goes with those awards. We're not just saying your name up here. You're also getting an award. Okay, so we're going to present our university grads of 2020. And we're going in order of from number 1 to number 70. 70 graduates this year in our University ng Helotini Theots and Stoimagana Blue Quills Grad 2020. First person on our list is Kiera Rose Shirt with the Cree language. April Louise Bennett in early learning and child care, earning a certificate. Elise Diane Cardinal, early learning and child care certificate. Bethany Ray Cardinal, early learning and child care. Nadine Adeline Cardinal, early learning and child care certificate. Veronica Princess Cardinal, early learning and child care certificate. Janetta Kristen Jackson. Shayna Rose McGilvery. Billie Jean Rochelle Sparkling Eyes. Nicole Shailene Wasatnow. Yep. And I let her know if I'm going too fast, just give me a tap or something. I'm going too fast. And those are all for the early learning and child care certificate. Continuing on, Tanita Nancy Bull. Dara Timer Half. And forgive me if I'm reading these wrong, if I'm mispronouncing. Throw something at me. I'll try and duck. Billy Joe Sequin Jackson. Sheridan Kenny Jackson. Larry Cleo Jackson. Kirsten Ruby Shirt. Sadie Jo Muriel Shirt. Melva Cassandra Steinhauer. Caradine Desiree Aluk. Marlene Stella Aluk. Charlene Mary Auger. Ashley Dawn Bulldog. Rachel Amy Bulldog. Oh boy. Gladys Therese Capote Blanc. Paige Barb Clark. Oh my goodness. Charisma Lee Flett. Chantel Marshall Kazone. Cheyenne Ray Meenan. Tina Deanna Meenan. Charlene Stella Moberly. Mary Irene Cece Juan. Jewel Samantha. And those are our certificate holders for the Early Learning and Child Care Program. Right on. Hey. Now, one person in the general education development, and I'll wait for our president here to collect the award. In the general education development certificate, Dallas Cardinal. Moving on to the Cree language diploma, second year program students. First recipient is David R. Kakisim. Darylene Angel Littlewolf. Chrissy Ann Mooswa. Betty Ann Moses. David Shirt. And Sonia M. Waskowicz. Hey, hey, hey. Moving on to the social work diploma. First recipient is Alexandria Page Aldrich. Elise Muriel Anderson. Melinda Benedict. Naomi Sage Eagletail. Madison Elise Gogowich. You saw her on the screen earlier, Joni Hardy. Landra Louise Hutskell. Curtis Douglas Isley. Dana Lee Jackknife. Carol Ann Mooswa. And the last one on our list, Carla Sparkling Eyes. Those are your graduates for social work diploma. Moving on to early learning and childhood care diploma. First on our list is Caradine Desiree Aluk. Tanita Nancy Bull. Irene Margaret Cardinal. Charisma Lee Flett. Larry Cleo Jackson. I may mispronounce his last name last time, but Sheridan Kennedy Jackson. Cheyenne Ray Menine. Melva Cassandra Steinhauer as a final recipient in the Early Learning and Childhood Care Diploma. Now we're moving on to the third year Bachelor of Arts in Cree Language. These are our degree recipients. Daisy Iris Large. J.C. Clarice Metuis. And Lisa Dawn Richards. Moving on to the Bachelor of Arts in Dene Language degree. And the recipient was Irene Eileen Charland. Two graduates from the Bachelor of General Studies degree program. first recipient, Stanley Crane. And Brooke Chanel Steinhauer. Moving on to the Masters in Indigenous Languages. Our first recipient, Darlene Joanne Cardinal. Peggy Alice Galaju. Louis A. Lapatak. Morris Andrew McKay. Violet Faith Susay Wolf. And our 70th grad, last but not least, Kelly M. White. And those are your recipients and graduates of 2020. We welcome and thank you for joining us, whether you're here in the audience or whether you're out there in Facebook or YouTube land. Thank you for coming with us, joining us. I believe we're going to end with a virtual round dance. Now, we're going to be at least one hockey stick apart from each other, right? Exadma. Beat Sig, Wasagasamog, Masksamog, Maskisamog. It's going to be a little awkward, but we're going to try it. We're going to try to do this. And maybe this is the way round dances should happen in the future during this current global pandemic. It'll be a way for us to still socialize and come together as we have done for millennia on this land. So you at home, join us. Get up in your living room, get up in your kitchens, or if you're outside, get up and dance. Nimito Pizze. A record skipping. We're not done yet. Here we go. Asemina. Ika. Hi, thank you. See you next year. Yumatsuag. If all is well. Congratulations, grads. Thank you, staff. Thank you, IT. Thank you, our elders. Thank you to everyone. Drummer,